Hello students, this is Aarti Goyal, your EVS teacher, and today we are going to study about objects in space. So in this chapter we will study about heavenly bodies, the moon, stars, spacecraft, space suit, things that float in space. So let's start. If you see up at the cloudless night sky, you may easily notice the moon and the stars shining above you. Apart from them, there are many other shining bodies in the sky that are not visible to us. Heavenly bodies, the natural bodies in the sky that include the sun, the moon, the stars, and many other objects are called celestial bodies or heavenly bodies. Space is the empty expanse that exists between these heavenly bodies, including the earth. The moon. The moon is our nearest neighbor in space. It is much smaller than the earth. It moves around the earth. As the moon moves around the earth, it seems to change its shape. Phases of the moon. The moon has no light of its own. The light we see is actually sunlight bouncing off the moon's surface. At any time, half of the moon is lit up by sun's light while the other part is in darkness. The environment of the moon. If we can step on the moon, then why can't we live on the moon? Let us find out. There is no air on the moon. There is no water too. Hence, clouds are not formed here. The surface of the moon is rocky and covered with the dust. It has high mountains and big pits called craters. Life cannot exist here. Exploring the moon. The American space mission Apollo 11 landed on the moon on July 20, 1969. It was the first mission of its kind launched by Kennedy Space Center at Florida, USA. It carried 3 astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Edwin Aldrin, and Michael Collins. Indian explorers. In 1984, squadron leader Rakesh Sharma became the first Indian to go into the space. Kalpana Chawla was the first American woman of Indian origin to go into the space. She, along with other astronauts, traveled to International Space Lab in the Space Shuttle Columbia. Stars. You must have seen millions of stars in the sky at night. Stars are giant balls of gases in space that shine through the darkness. They are much bigger than the earth. Spacecraft. You need a spacecraft to go into the space. A spacecraft or spaceship is a vehicle designed to be used for going into the space. A person who is trained to travel into space in a spacecraft is known as an astronaut. Can you imagine how the earth looks like from the space? From space, the earth looks like a blue sphere. That is why it is called the blue planet. Space suit. A spacesuit is a garment worn to keep a human alive in the harsh environment of space, vacuum, and temperature extremes. Things that float in space. You can see an astronaut floating in space. Why does he appear to float in space? This is because everything on the earth is held by a force of attraction. That is why a ball thrown upward comes back to the earth. This pull or attraction is called the force of gravitation.